Hey you guys, happy Quick Tip Tuesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. I have my little sassy bow in my hair. It's so cute. It's actually on a rubber band and I got it from J. Crew and I'm feeling a little bit of a 5-year-old with it. I think it's fun. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing just a quick informational tips on how to pick the right foundation for you, the right formula, and the right method of application. So if you guys want to see more about foundation, keep watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before we start, and let's do it. All right, so foundation is one of those topics that I get asked on all the time. How do I pick out the right shade? How do I know what kind of formula? And I've done a couple videos under foundation, under the foundation category on this, but I've never specifically talked about how to pick the right shade for you. Now, I just want to preface this with, this is my personal opinion. This is how I pick out shades for my clients and etc. So if you have another way, then obviously totally cool. But the first thing we want to talk about is undertones. Undertones in our skin are super, super important. When I look for undertones, I actually look, I keep touching here because I look right here in the skin. Now, a lot of us maybe have a suntan during the summer or something like that, so it's extra, you know, kind of tan, but I kind of look in this area. This area will tell you a lot about your skin tone. You can't necessarily trust the face because some people have rosacea or some people flush easy or some people just have redness in the skin, and then you'll get matched to a foundation that's like, you know, neutral or cool, which means that it's pink, and that just will go all awry because you're not necessarily neutral or pink. So step one is making sure you understand your undertone. I also look at people's wrists, and if they have blue veins, I know that they're more cool. If they have more green veins, I know that they're more warm, which means they have yellow undertones. So cool equals pink undertones, neutral is kind of in between. I like to say a little bit of both, and it's kind of just more like middle ground. And then warm is going to be more golden, more yellow, things of that nature. So you want to make sure that you know that, okay? So if you have problems kind of figuring out what that is, comment below, and you can also send me a picture on Instagram and I can help. But again, it's really what this kind of tells you. So when you look at me, I hope that you see kind of pink and golden kind of in my skin. When you look at my veins on my wrist, I actually have green and blue, which basically means that I can wear cool, neutral, or golden. So I can pretty much wear anything. I choose to go more golden or neutral. I just find it's more flattering on the skin, and to be honest with you, unless you are a true cool, like a redhead or somebody with very pink undertones, you are going to look more, in my opinion, you're gonna look, it's best suited to go a little bit more neutral or golden undertones, especially for the center of the face. If you are a little bit deeper of skin tone, the center of the face being a little bit more golden will really help to brighten up that complexion and bring some more of that warmth into that complexion and skin tone. So, okay, step one, we have decided what we are, what our undertone is. Now, if you go into a store, wherever, a department store, Ulta, Sephora, wherever, that's why it's so hard to buy foundations online. But if you go into a store and you're looking for a foundation, make sure, like really ask them, please, can you match it to my chest? So when I am looking, when I have a client in front of me, I actually swipe the one I think, I can do it pretty quickly now, but the one or two that I think right here on the chest, and I kind of blend them into the skin and see which one fades away. The one that fades away on the chest, I actually put from here to here, and if it fades away and you can't see it, then we're good to go. The reason why I match to the chest and why I feel it's imperative that you guys do to get the right shade is because we want this to look like this. We do not want this to be lighter. We do not want this to be darker, unless that's your jam, and then that's totally cool. But I'm talking about on an average, basis. What most people are looking for in a foundation is to even everything out from here to here. Some of us have multiple tones in our skin. Some of us are one tone throughout. And so that's why it's really nice to match right here, especially women of deeper skin tones. If you do not match here, you are not going to get the appropriate color. You're going to pull in the center of the face, and then it's going to be too light all over, and it's going to be ashy and all sorts of things are crazy. So everybody should be matched right here. I see a lot of people matching right here. In my opinion, this is just my opinion and my professional, opinion, I don't understand why people match right here. I mean, this is most of the time either lighter for, lighter skin tones. This is going to be lighter than this because it shades from the sun. And in deeper skin tones, usually this is darker than this and darker than this. So to match from here to here makes absolutely no sense. So again, I go on a rant. I see too many people getting matched, on the face, and it just makes no sense at all. So 1, pick out your undertone. 2, make sure you match to your chest so you are a cohesive picture. Now 3, picking out a formula. Formulas, honestly, are going to be individual based. So it's going to be whatever you want your skin to look like ultimately. Do you want all of your imperfections covered? That's going to be full coverage. Do you want some imperfections covered and some not? That's going to be like a medium coverage. Do you want to just still see your skin through it, but just have a general kind of gloss over? Then that is going to be your sheer to light coverage. And then the formula, like we said, is going to be, again, personal preference. I like to be dewy. I like to be glowy, but I am a dry to normal skin type. So most dry to normal skin types, you're going to want to go with either a normal skin finish or a glowy, luminous foundation because it's going to add hydration back into the skin. But if you are more oily combination, normal, you can actually go for that matte that's so trending right now. You can absolutely go for a matte foundation. Because a dewy one might be way too, dewy and glowy for you. You might look like a grease ball like in an hour later. So it's just something to keep in mind is, again, formula, finish is all a personal thing. Just try to have a clear picture of what you want, and if you don't, make sure you get samples so you can try them all out. The last thing I'll address is oxidization or dry down of some formulas for foundations. It happens to everybody. It doesn't happen to everybody. For me, most formulas do not oxidize on me, but I am not oily. For some reason, it just doesn't. So if you are one that you notice oxidizes on you, so foundation gets darker throughout the day, right? So you put your foundation on, it matches, and then it gets darker throughout the day, that's called oxidization. So you're gonna wanna make sure you get the sample. If it oxidizes, go down a step in your foundation color. Now, dry down time, like the Fenty foundation, basically all it means is that it's interacting with your, skin chemistry, some oxygen in the air, and then it dries down to its appropriate color, and it gets no darker throughout the day. So oxidization gets darker throughout the day. Dry down just dries down to a color that it's supposed to be. So I hope that makes sense. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Some formulas out there you'll see will not oxidize because they'll put some different, additives in the formula. Lemongrass. There's drops from Cover FX that you can put in your foundation that will stop oxidization, but companies put ingredients in foundations sometimes as a marketing thing like, hey, it's not going to oxidize. That does stop that. So that's just something to consider, but you will know if you're that person that you're like, foundation always changes colors on me, that you will know who you are. That's also why I love to let it sit kind of on the chest right here for about 20 to 30 seconds. So I'll swatch and I'll let it sit literally and make sure that even when it dries, it sits and it goes and stays the same color. So foundation is going to be one of those things that is going to escape us all at some point in our lives, and it is one of those that takes a little bit of time to navigate to. So I hope that this, or navigate through, I should say. So I hope that this kind of clears up a few things, and I hope that you kind of get everybody to match you on your chest, not your neck, your chest. And I hope you have more success in picking out foundations. And you can do it too. You go to the store, put some foundation here, same. Anyway, but let me know if this has helped you guys. Let me know if you guys have had any kind of like aha moments. I would love to hear from you guys. I love to hear from you guys in the comments section. All right, so that's it for me. Happy Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, you guys.